Have you ever noticed when someone just vanishes? No grand announcement, no dramatic goodbye post. One day their digital footprint is everywhere, and the next, their profile is simply gone. The immediate reaction from everyone else is usually concern. We assume they couldn't handle the pressure, that they are running away from society, or maybe going through a breakdown. Clinical psychology suggests a different reality. These individuals are waking up from a simulated world, choosing to trade digital noise for actual presence. Erasing a digital presence serves as the first clear signal of an internal shift in how someone values their time and identity. We live under a strange modern paradox. We are conditioned to believe that visibility equals existence. If you aren't posting, sharing, or updating, you effectively cease to matter. Choosing total invisibility in a hyper-connected network unsettles onlookers because it breaks the rules everyone else is playing by. Stepping out of that arena reveals a mind that has reached a point of emotional maturity, valuing truth and clarity over the validation of a feed. To understand why people leave, you have to look at why we stay. Humans have a hardwired need to be accepted by a tribe. It's a biological survival mechanism. Social platforms hijack this survival instinct using variable reward reinforcement. This diagram shows the loop. An action connects to an unpredictable delay, triggering a randomized dopamine spike. You never know how much validation you'll get, keeping your brain locked in. These random bursts turn your phone into a digital slot machine, holding attention hostage. For someone who disappears, deleting the app is a calculated decision. They recognize the manipulation and choose to deprogram themselves from the system. Eventually, heavy users reach a breaking point. The notifications that used to provide a rush start to feel hollow, and the digital praise simply stops registering as a reward. We see this in the process of hedonic adaptation. This chart shows how our brains get used to a persistent stimulus. The pleasure response spikes initially, but rapidly flattens towards zero, even as you increase the amount of content you consume. You become numb to the repetition, and it stops making sense. At this stage, constantly performing for an audience of strangers becomes emotionally exhausting. The quiet exit happens when a person decides their worth is no longer a negotiable metric. They stop looking for a screen to tell them they matter. Stepping away also solves a resource problem. Human attention is a strictly finite asset. You only have so much mental energy to spend each day before you lose the ability to focus. Psychologists call this limited capacity our cognitive bandwidth. As we see in this model, every single timeline scroll and notification strike and deplete your reserves of focus. By cutting off the external drain, self-aware people build a boundary to protect their mental space and allow their energy to refill. Vanishing from the internet is a rational economic transaction. It is a choice to trade cheap digital exposure for the peace of mind required to actually think. When you stop absorbing a constant stream of other people's lives, a vacuum opens up. You shift from passively consuming the world to having the mental space to shape it. This triggers the incubation effect. The quiet required for original ideas can only exist once the constant stream of digital stimulation is severed. Your subconscious mind needs time to wander without interruption. It surfaces its best insights only when it isn't drowning in the opinions of thousands of strangers. This recovered time allows for deep work and deliberate practice. By removing the cost of switching attention between apps, the brain can finally sustain the long-term focus required to build complex skills and achieve mastery. Ultimately, this choice reflects an advanced stage of emotional intelligence, detachment without resentment. When these individuals walk away, they aren't angry at the digital world, they have simply moved past it. The urge to disconnect reflects a brain prioritizing clarity over social trends. It marks a stage of personal growth where internal peace becomes more valuable than external attention. In a society addicted to oversharing, power lies in privacy. A deliberate silence will always speak louder than a story.